Hi friends, today I'm going to take up a pen which is the first of its kind from the manufacturer in my collection, and this is Diplomat Aero. Before I begin the video, let me just put it up by saying that these are pretty tough times, and probably being myself a healthcare worker, I'm not in the best of my times as regards making a pen video. So I received a lot of comments regarding audios, and probably this time I would probably receive a lot of comments regarding the video quality. Understand that this is a hobby for me, and I'm just doing it for my pleasure, and if it helps somebody else. That is how this video started, this whole process started. It's not a kind of a mandatory thing for me to go on with it. So if somebody is dissatisfied with the audio and video quality, you can please go to this side of your window and click the cross button, and then you're good to go on with your life. Because I am in pretty constrained situations, and I am not able to access the whole of my repertoire for making a good video. So this one is in my house with poor lighting, and so I put on the flash of my camera and I'm doing it. Please bear with me, and if you can't, then please wait for the next video, which can be done in better times. Then that's that. Okay, this is Diplomat Aero, the German company. I'm making some very good pens, and this one is the Zeppelin modeled orange and black anodized. So the case is the cardboard one, and then you have a aluminium sheet which slides off from the lower case. It has a good matte finish, this cardboard box. You have a Diplomat paper jetting out, and then you have the satin field cloth marked, and then you have this recess being carved out for cartridges. You have international guarantee. The pen which has been taken out, the pen has a streamlined Zeppelin inspired body made up of anodized aluminum with grooves cut on into the cap and the barrel. The main feature which clicked with me is the design and the material and the great performance of the steel nib. The finial has a logo. You can see the Diplomat logo there, and the black anodized background that carries into the clip, and it's also seen on the back, on the bottom. And the aesthetics of the clip fit very well with the whole design element of the pen. It goes very well, slightly thinner there, and it really spreads out well. And it's a good functional clip also. You have Diplomat and Germany painted there in white. And one of the main likable attributes also of this design is the lovely click cap, which makes uncapping and capping pretty easy and pleasant, and it also does post pretty securely. We will come to that again. The writing section is tapered, and it is tad smaller at the usual grip site, but since you can hold it at a variable distance due to the long length, it doesn't really matter. Being metal, although it is kind of in a matte finish, I had a lot of problem. You'd know in one of the reviews I've mentioned I have a problem with metal grips, metal writing sections. Not much with the loom, but I had a lot of issues with the Lamy. This has a tad bit of an issue with me because on occasions I found my grip to be slightly slippery on this, but really didn't matter much to me. But I would still recommend that those who want to really give it a try, and they are not they find the Lamy section slippery, they should try it out first before buying. Now there is a catch at the bottom for the closing mechanism, which is seen now. The nib is steel. This one is a steel nib, and this is a JoWo nib without the usual scroll work, but you have the Diplomat logo etched there, Diplomat written, and you have the nib attributes, the width of the nib there. It's a cartridge converter pen, international cartridge converter style, but it's not generic, and it's been printed to represent its flock, although you may not be able to see it properly, but there is Diplomat painted there. You can have my word for that. Now the thickness and the finish of the threads, you see them, you see this, the making of this will give you an idea of the construction par excellence of this, and the good machining quality of the product. The weight is though mostly on the back because of the the metal body, but it strangely doesn't feel so, and at the right angle. In fact, even when posted, I find it to be aiding to my writing rather than being a impediment to that. Size comparison, so you have a scale and you can see just more than 13 centimeters and 12.5 centimeters uncapped, side by side, kept with a Kaweco Student, capped and uncapped. Again, I've kept this pen because again this is an aluminum pen. I would have wanted it to sport a number 6 nib, but sadly it doesn't come with that. Now the weight of the pen. The weight of the pen capped is about 41.5. The weight is around 11, so you can expect this to be weighing around 30 grams. Now coming to the writing part with the pen. This is the ink is supposedly a blue ink, but it's kind of writes with a grayish hint to the writing. You would not be able to appreciate the color of this ink very well because of the whole lighting scenario, because the white balance is pretty off on this. Now initially when the nib when the pen came, the nib kind of wrote on a drier side. So I'll just share an image with you, pre-tuning and post-tuning. As you can see that the nib was writing on pretty drier side, and that was kind of a drag for me because I like them tuned towards slightly better writing. Now after that has been fixed, you can see that even with the extra fine nib, it lays down quite a wet line, and this is a pretty joyous attribute of it. It's good to write. I do have an extra fine JoWo nib with me on a different pen. Does this is this nib treated in a different way well for I don't think so, because I think the nib quality is not very different from the generic Nobo. Probably they have their own tuning processes, but at least I received it in pretty dry condition. Otherwise the extra fine nib performs very well, and apart from the dryness part, I really found no hang-ups with this. Flexing, as you know, I don't prefer to flex. Reverse writing, so the tipping probably ensures that the writing and the reverse writing are almost the same. Slightly more feedback to that, but generally that's the same. With this, I would end this review. Overall, my verdict: the pricing usually retails about 220 USD, but at a discounted price is usually available at Gule at about 160 USD. I found it at a good deal on Black Friday sale. In the Indian rupee, it came somewhere close to 9500, which is slightly close, I think about 120 USD. It was a good buy for me. I was looking forward towards this pen for quite a long time, but somehow didn't make up my mind because of the JoWo nib, since got a lot of custom-made pens with the JoWo nibs. But still, the whole scheme of things on this pen is really very likable. Okay people, stay safe. You may get a few more videos from my side with poor video audio quality. Please bear with me, and I'll see you next time pretty soon.